I used to believe betrayal came from strangers. I never imagined it could come from the two people I trusted most: my husband and my mother. But life has a dark sense of humor. And the way it all unfolded felt like something ripped straight out of a bad drama. Except it was my life. I met Tom when I was 24. He was smart, funny, the kind of man who looked at you like you were the only one in the room. After 2 years of dating, he proposed. It wasn't some grand gesture, just the two of us. Takeout food, a cheap bottle of wine, and a ring that barely fit. But I loved it. I thought we were building something real. My mother, though, she didn't approve. She'd been difficult my whole life. Controlling, dramatic, always needing to be the center of attention. She criticized everything I did: my clothes, my job, my choice of friends. When I told her I was marrying Tom, she smirked. "He's cute, but he doesn't look rich." That was her way of saying not good enough. Still, I wanted her to like him. I kept inviting her to family dinners, holiday parties, birthdays. She and Tom started to get along. A little too well, I'd later realize. At first, I thought things were fine. We'd been married for 3 years. Life wasn't perfect, but it was ours. Then Tom began staying late at work. He'd come home smelling like expensive perfume. The kind I couldn't afford. When I asked, he laughed. "You're being paranoid, Anna. I'm working with clients." I wanted to believe him. I told myself I was imagining things. I even started blaming myself: maybe I was boring, maybe he was just stressed. Meanwhile, my mom started calling me every night. She'd ask about Tom: how's his job, how's his health, how's his mood. It felt weird. Too much interest. Then she started saying things like, "He's very charming. You're lucky to have him. He has a good heart. I can tell he'll always take care of you." It didn't sound like a mother talking about her son-in-law. It sounded like a woman sizing him up. One night, I was doing laundry. Tom's phone buzzed. Normally, I never looked. But this time, something inside me just told me to. A message popped up from Mom Redheart. It said, "Miss you. Last night was unforgettable." My knees went weak. I dropped the phone. My heart pounded so hard, I thought I'd pass out. I picked it up, scrolled higher. And there it was. Photos. Messages. Voice notes. They'd been together for months. My husband. My own mother. When Tom came home, I was sitting in the dark. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just asked, "How long?" He froze. Didn't even try to lie. It just happened. "Your mom needed someone to talk to." I didn't mean for it to go this far. Needed someone to talk to? My mother had me, but apparently, she needed my husband more. That night, I left. No suitcase, no plan. I just walked out. Mom tried to call. I ignored her. I stayed at a friend's apartment for a while, barely eating, barely sleeping. 2 weeks later, she had the nerve to text me. "You're overreacting. Love doesn't choose who it finds." I realized she didn't just steal my husband. She believed she was entitled to him. After that, they both vanished. Blocked numbers, no contact. I later heard from a cousin that Tom had moved in with my mom. I was numb. 4 months. Work became my escape. I poured everything into it. Eventually, I got promoted, my first big raise. It wasn't happiness, but it was progress. Then, almost a year later, I heard the news. My grandmother had passed away, my mother's mother. She'd left her entire inheritance, a large estate. Not to my mom, but to me. Apparently, Grandma had changed her will a few months before her death. She'd seen what my mom did. And she wanted justice. 3 weeks after the will was read, guess who showed up at my door? Tom. He looked terrible, thinner, unshaven, desperate. He gave me that old smile. "Hey, Anna. You look good. Can we talk?" I almost laughed. What could we possibly talk about? He sighed. "I made a mistake. Your mom, she's not who I thought she was. She used me, Anna. She's broke now, she has nothing. I miss you." I looked at him. The man who'd betrayed me. Who slept with my mother. Who broke everything good I had. And now, he wanted forgiveness. Because his new life collapsed. I asked one question. Would you still love me if Grandma hadn't left me anything? He blinked. Didn't answer. And that silence told me everything. I told him to sit down. He looked hopeful. Then I said, calmly, "I'm not angry anymore, Tom. But you don't deserve to be in my life." I gave him a glass of water. And quietly handed him the divorce papers I'd already signed. "You can go now." He looked stunned. "That's it? You're not even gonna yell?" "No," I said. "I don't need to. You already destroyed yourself." He left without another word. Later, I found out he tried to go back to my mom. She'd already moved out of the city. Apparently, she'd been trying to contact me. Not to apologize, but to ask for money. That was 2 years ago. I haven't spoken to either of them since. Sometimes people ask me if I'd ever forgive them. The truth is, I already did. But forgiveness doesn't mean reconnection. It means peace. Now, I live in my grandmother's old house. It's quiet, filled with memories, the good kind. I rebuilt my life piece by piece. Started painting again. Even adopted a dog. One evening, I found an old photo of my wedding day. My mom was in the background, smiling wider than I was. It hit me, she was never happy for me. She wanted what I had. And when she couldn't have it, she took it anyway. And lost everything. If you ask me what I learned, it's this. You can't fix broken people by loving them harder. You can't change someone who mistakes kindness for weakness. And you can't build a future with people who feed on your pain. So I stopped trying. Now, when I lock the door at night and the world goes quiet, I whisper a small thank you. Not to them, but to myself. For leaving. For surviving. For finally being free.